one of my man. What's up guys, back at it today in the backyard. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make basic exercises harder, adding some weight with chains or even some resistance bands to get the pump in. Let's do it. So if you're like me, you don't got a whole ton of stuff in your backyard, just some basic essential stuff. I got this 20-pound kettlebell right here. I'm gonna be working out my back. I'm gonna throw these chains on it. I'm gonna wrap it around. I'm gonna show you how you might want to do that. And it'll make this 20-pound kettlebell about like closer to 50. So you want to just make sure you leave room for your hand and grab it. I'm just gonna throw this right through. Don't really matter too much how you put the chain. As long as it's on there, it's out of your way. You're not gonna get caught by the hook. And what I like about chains is the weight is uneven. You gotta stabilize it so you're building more muscle, more quality muscle. And then when you actually do go to the real gym, a real 50-pound kettlebell, you know, they might weigh the same, but mentally, I feel like they weigh a lot different. I think most people would agree not all weights are created equal. So let's do it. It'll be about your end result. It don't gotta be perfect. Keep your back super straight, as straight as you can, and you're just driving the elbow back. Try to not flare out so much, but just try to keep it like if you're going straight back. Really good tip, think of your hand like a fish hook. Your hand and your arms not lifting the weight. I'm trying to lift the weight with my back muscle. So yeah. All right, keeping my chest up, eyes up. I'm just driving my elbow straight back. Higher. Let's say you're not strong enough for like the whole, I'm just gonna guess this is 50 now. Let's say you're not strong enough for the whole 50, but you want to build up to it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off some of these chains so that we got some slack, so that some of the chain is gonna be touching the floor when we pick it up, and it's gonna be lighter at the bottom, and then as we come up at the top, it's going to be heavier as more of the chain comes up off the floor. So that will help you. Maybe you're not all the way at 50 pounds yet, so really you're working with, it might fluctuate between like 30, 35, or maybe like from 35 to 40 pounds, depending how much slack you give the chain. So you see I'm picking up more weight. Now it's lighter, heavier, lighter, heavier. So now I'm gonna switch it up. I would probably do that for about 4 sets, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going through a bunch of different stuff you could get in. So now we're gonna work shoulders. I'm gonna put my feet on the bed where I'm not gonna get snapped in the face. I'm just gonna come up real simple and just push it right here. I'm gonna do Honestly, with the band, I don't really count the reps. Maybe you could start counting when it starts burning. So what's nice about the band is because it's not heavy and it's really as hard as you make it, because I could either give myself a lot of slack or I could give myself basically no slack, and that would change the resistance. But what's nice about it is you could really master your form, so that when you do go to the gym or get yourself to a gym, you're not all having shitty form, bringing the shit down, gonna fuck your shoulders up. You want to keep it about right here, a little bit high, just bring it straight up. And with the band, what I love about it is you could rep the fuck out either to warm up or at the end of your workout really put a lot of blood in the muscle, or you could switch it up and you could go real slow, and these ones hurt pretty bad too. If you're gonna go real slow like this, I would probably do it when your muscles already warm up and you got a lot of blood in there. But the band gives you a lot of room to have some flexibility, because weights, you're kind of more locked into the position. The band, you got freedom to move around a little bit. That's real good for the front of your shoulder. If you want to get the back, it'll look a little more like this. Zoom out. So instead of working from the front right here, I'm gonna come put it behind my neck. I'm gonna sit up straight. I'm gonna do the same thing, trying to not go too low. Old school right here. If you want to come in front, you do 1 rep, and then when you're at the top right here, bring it back down behind your neck. Go 1 in front, 1 behind, 1 in front, 1 behind. Doing this with a band or even real weights, this shit's gonna get you on fire. 1 in front, 1 behind, 1 in front, 1 behind, 1 in front, 1 in behind. Man. Alright, I'm gonna be showing you guys a little bit of lower body. So we're gonna step through this right here. We're gonna put it about right here on our neck. We're in a wide stance. You come down, come up. This band's probably a little too light for me, but you know, there's so many different bands out there. If you really want to add to it, so I'm gonna take this weight. I'm gonna be doing goblet squats. So these right here. Well, I'm gonna add this band to get a little more resistance. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna get this weight. I'm gonna do my squats. Then at the bottom of the movement, it's gonna feel light. As I come up, the band's gonna pull on me a lot more. And I'm already feeling it in my legs, feeling it in my whole body, trying to stabilize me. If you want to do these, if you don't got a squat rack, these are perfect. But if you want to do them until failure, so let's say I'm going, I can't do anymore. I'm gonna put the weight down. I'm not on your foot, and then I'm gonna keep going. And let's say you reach failure with the band. You're gonna take the band off. You're gonna go body weight again. And then you're gonna go till failure. So really, that whole thing right there, I would consider that 1 set, even though it was like I did 3 parts to the set. And I would do that 3 times. Or if that's not enough, you know, maybe change the weight up so that 3 to 4 sets is enough. Because in those 3 to 4 sets, you're really doing about 9 to 12 different sets, but all at different weight. And that tension, the way the muscle grows is putting a lot of blood into the muscle, like a mountain flowing with the river. So doing drop sets like that, or just going one set after another, that mountain, you're adding to the water in that mountain, and it's gonna grow. You're gonna get quality dense muscle because you're putting as much blood cells as you could possibly put. Your body's saying, man, we need more blood cells, we need more blood cells. Where your body's freaking out, it thinks it's under attack, and all the blood just goes to where you want it to go. You could use that technique with legs, with arms, anything, and you'll notice a huge difference. My next video, I'm gonna do an entire leg routine for you guys, but just a couple little things you could do with chains and bands for your legs. So a really neglected part of the calf is the front. You might not be able to really see it, but your shin has muscle, and I like to work out that part of my leg so that your calves look thicker from the front. I'm always trying to work on calves. The calves can never be big enough. You know, I think I have tiny calves. And then let me see the camera. So I'm right here. I'm on a ledge, so I'm a little bit elevated. I got my heel on the stone. I'm coming down and I'm bringing my foot up, and I'm squeezing the shit out of this calf muscle right here as hard as I possibly can. I'm gonna do it standing straight up. Let me show the calf. You know what's great about the chains? You could make it as easy or as hard as you want to. Now I'm gonna add a little more weight. I'm gonna let my foot come down. I'm keeping my whole body straight, and I'm focusing as hard as I can on that front of my shin muscle right there. We want quality over quantity. I'm squeezing as hard as I can at the top right here. I'm bringing my foot up as high as I possibly can, like I'm trying to touch my knee. Some more chain stuff you could do. Hamstring curls. You might not have a setup to do hamstrings at home, or at least you think you don't. You find some chains or a band, and you just come right here, bring your leg up, let that shit come down as far as you can, and then curl it up. Think of your hamstring like a bicep. You're just letting it come down and then squeezing that part of the hamstring right there. Get a little closer. You could do these. You can make them as heavy or as light as you want and get the desired rep amount you want. You could go 12 to 15, 8 to 10. Or you could max out if you're already warm. Real important thing when you're doing any exercise like that, even if it's in the gym, is you want to be squeezing your calf too. We're always trying to get extra calf work in. We're not neglecting it no matter what. We hit it directly and we hit it indirectly also. So even though I'm working out my hamstring right here, I'm squeezing my calf at this part of the movement as hard as I can, and that's gonna give me quality reps. And that way I don't just have huge hamstrings, this part will grow as well, and the whole leg will look nice and thick. So I just realized I also don't have an arm video, but I'm gonna make that one after I make my leg video. With a real good exercise using some bands right here. With my other hand, I'm gonna just bring it right here. I'm not pulling crazy hard, but I'm just gonna work on this part right here and try to get some Popeye forearms. I'm letting my wrists work. I'm letting it come down. I'm not trying to fuck my wrists up, but just enough to where I can feel it coming out extended, letting it work. You can't just have big biceps. You gotta work the brachialis, I think it is. Someone's gonna correct me if I'm wrong. And then trying to work, you could hit this from a bunch of different angles. You could hit from more right here if you want that vein right there. Come right here, bring it up. Like I said, you're letting yourself work, but you're pulling just hard enough to make the muscle contract. Alright everybody, thanks for tuning into my video. There's a whole lot of stuff you could do out there with bands and chains. You might think you don't have a cool setup or a lot to work with. You could get these at literally any Big Five, a Dick's Sporting Good, anything. There's bands all over the place. Chains, you go to a junkyard, there's tons of chains. You could buy them on Amazon and all that. Thanks for tuning in everybody. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you use some of the stuff you learned today. I love working out with you guys, showing you guys how to get whatever you have at home, make the world your gym, and just keep it pushing on the path to where we're trying to go. Make 2021 a great rest of your year. Go watch my other videos if you haven't. I got a 2021 motivation video for all of you guys. Stay hungry, stay motivated, keep lifting. I got more content on the way. Everything, legs, arms, you name it. Let's do it. Peace out. Do I look buff? No, answering me. I must not look buff. Whatever.
I have the right to remain silent.